Hello, my name is Michelle Turner, and welcome to day 12 of ER. Today we are looking at Nehemiah chapter 9, verses 7 through 15. And basically, this portion of scripture is just praises to God. The entire portion of the scripture is of them retelling the good things that the Lord has done for them. Obviously, for sake of time, we're not going to read the entire portion of scripture, but I do want to give you just a taste of the encouragement that comes from these verses. And so I'm going to take Nehemiah 9, verse 10, and it says, "You showed signs and wonders against Pharaoh, against servants, and against all people of his land, for you knew that they acted proudly against them. So you made a name for yourself as it is this day, and you divided the sea before them, so that they went through the midst of the sea on dry land, and their persecutors you threw into the deep." So I can only imagine as they're retelling and recounting the goodness of God, how their faith was encouraged. And this happens whenever I am challenged or I'm faced with something that requires me to have a large measure of faith. I always go back and look at what the Lord has done because it will encourage your faith. My husband and I recently had to do this. We own a precast concrete plant, and we felt that the Lord earlier in the year was leading us into a direction of expanding our business again into getting into concrete pipe and box culvert. That may not mean anything to you, but it's a really big step monetarily. It was a huge investment. And so as we stood and we looked at this, we had to do some recounting and retelling of the goodness of God. And we remembered that 15 years ago when we started into the precast business, we had one manhole, 5 acres, and 16 employees. Today, we have 45 acres and 200 employees. And so that encouraged our faith of, if God has done it in the last 15 years, he's going to do it again. The encouraging part of this for me is I can't tell you the end of the story, but I can show you where I am in my faith walk because we are brand new into this endeavor. But I do know that it's going to end far better than I could ever imagine. So I just want to encourage you today that wherever you are in your walk, and if you need to challenge your faith, recount and retell the goodness of God in the past because it will challenge you. Hebrews 13:6 says, "So we may boldly say, 'The Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can you do to me?'" So I end with this. Just as the old hymn says, count your blessings and name them one by one. As you do that, your faith will be challenged.